All right, so welcome to Canvas. Um, I guess the few presentations that I'm going to take you through tonight really only serve to uh, be an introduction to Canvas. So far, there's been 8 of us, 4 people from the high school and 4 people from the primary school who have had some instructor training, and that was an hour and a half to 2 hours of training. And I guess what I'm wanting to do in a few of these videos tonight is to give you a bit of a feel for some of the stuff that we learnt, well, most of the stuff that we learnt really, but I've certainly found that all of the stuff that I was introduced to at that training really didn't mean a lot until I've started to play with the different aspects of Canvas over the holidays. And I really had no idea from that initial training I needed to get into Canvas and have a bit of a play around. So I'm going to talk you through some of the icons that you can see on the left of your screen when you do log into Canvas. And I guess the home screen for Canvas is the dashboard. So this is what you'll first see when you do log into Canvas. This is your home screen for Canvas. You'll see your courses. They're the classes that you teach in Canvas. They're called courses. So there's my Year 10 PE, my research project, and a maths group that I only look after for one lesson a week. They're there. I haven't needed to do anything to get them there. That's just based on the timetable. That's sort of the course view of my dashboard. If I move this little thing across here, I actually get, I guess, information section of my dashboard, where this is like an activity feed. I can see that I've put an announcement out to my 10 PE class. Any email messages or inbox messages within Canvas will appear here as well. So if I'm wanting to look at announcements, events, inbox notifications, those types of things within Canvas, then I'll look at that aspect of my dashboard. If I want direct access to my courses, then I just switch that across, and here are my courses, and I can click into my courses. Some other things you see on your dashboard coming up. Now, within my calendar, I put in, when I was having a bit of a play with the calendar, that we've got obviously a staff meeting on Tuesday next week, so that automatically appears on my coming up list. Anything that's in my calendar for the next week will be there. Any assignment, tasks that I've set, events that I've set within my calendar will appear there for the next week. With these here, start a new course, probably there won't be a huge need for people to start new courses, because especially in the first instance, I think people will just be working on the courses that they're timetabled for, their actual classes. But if someone was really keen to start a course for an extracurricular group, like a reading group, for example, then you could start a new course, put the students who are involved in that group in your course so that you could use Canvas with them. But in the short term, I think most people will just be using it for their timetable classes. With your view grades, you can go straight into the mark book for the different classes that you've got. You can see here at the moment that there's no marks for the classes that I've got, because I haven't got any marks in Canvas yet. But if I go into my 10 PE group, I did have a muck around with setting a task the other day. So this is what my mark book for my 10 PE group will look like. You can see the students here, and this is the task that I set. I think I set it for the end of week 3. That doesn't matter. I can change it in the calendar. I'll show you that shortly. But that's how your mark book will look. And obviously we can import information into that. We can export it to Excel. So I just wanted to give you a little bit of a look at what your mark book would actually look like. But if we just go back to the dashboard, another thing I need to say is the other day when I was in here, all of this fancy looking stuff wasn't there. So thanks Lee. My assumption is that Lee's been working on that, and during the holidays as well, the little Cedar College logo appeared up here as well. So it's certainly looking a bit more user friendly than it was initially. So thanks to Lee for doing that. So that's the dashboard and some of the features of the dashboard. Your courses is really just a list of the courses that otherwise you would see on your dashboard anyway, so you don't need to spend a lot of time there, but you can access your courses there if you want. This admin option is really, it's not going to appear for too many people. It will appear for the IT guys, it appears for me, and it will appear for someone like Lauren Butler in the primary, but that's not that's just to do stuff behind the scenes, the back end stuff that keeps things going. So don't be too concerned if you don't see that when you log in. The calendar aspect of Canvas, I think is really cool. There's lots of stuff that we can do with it, and obviously you can create different things within your calendar. If I select create new event here, I can create an event, and it's also one of the places, there's a few places I'm starting to learn where you can create tasks or assignments. So I could choose to create an assignment from here if I wanted to. And things like tests that aren't assignments necessarily, I'd probably create an event just to let the students know in that course know when I'm actually having that test. But I can create events and assignments in my calendar. Just today was the big day for kids at the church, so I put that in my calendar, and if, not that that date was going to change, but if it was going to change, it's really just a matter of clicking and dragging that, and if that was an assignment that I was actually doing that for, it would automatically update the change of whether it be time or whether it be a date automatically within the assignment that I've set. So I think that's a really good feature of Canvas. I was going to say My Big Campus, but it's a really good feature of Canvas. You can see the staff meeting here for next week, and if it got moved to the Wednesday, I can just click it across, and if it was an assignment, moving it from the Tuesday to the Wednesday automatically updates it within all my records and all the students' records within my class as well. With the adding assignment stuff, I don't think that we're going to go into that tonight, because there's so many aspects of adding assignments and so many places where you can actually do that. That's probably something for another session entirely, but just for the moment, be aware that you can set an assignment or create an event within your calendar, and that information automatically goes out to what's coming up and on the calendars of the students within your courses. And to do that, when you are creating an event, you can choose. So for example, if I was creating an event for my research project kids, I've got an excursion, I can choose that I want it to appear in their calendar here, so that information automatically goes to their calendar as well. And when we get parents and caregivers involved as well, it would appear on the calendars that they see for their students too. So I think the calendar is something that we're going to find really useful as we start to use Canvas more and more.